Hi, my name is Esperanza Rangel, and today we are actually going to be rating 5 local bass players. I know. The bass players that we chose for today are bass players that kind of stand out to us, right? That we're kind of like, okay, let's check these guys out. But before we do that, we want to thank our sponsors of today's video, Juicy Ears. You can find these in-ears at Juice's Music Shop, and you could use either my promo code, and you recently have your own promo code.
My own promo code.
Tell us your promo code.
Promo code Tiger10.
And mine would be Hope10. You could get it 10% off any in-ear model that you see there. These in-ears, I already talked about it in my last video, and there will be more descriptions about it in the description box below, but they are amazing.
Yeah.
They
really
changed
dope.
my gigging to like another level, and if you are tired of not being able to hear like the accordion, the drums, or whatever it is that you like to hear at a gig, this is the right purchase for you. Don't forget, Juicy Ears are just amazing. So thank you so much for sponsoring today's video. I also heard that you recently joined the Juicy Ears family as one of their official artists. Yes. Congratulations. That's pretty good news. I'm really excited for you. This is
Herman, or everybody knows me as Tiger.
And he is a very talented bass player that I have known for pretty much all of his life. So he is here today because he brings a lot of knowledge into what it is music, and especially bass playing. So like I said, we are going to be rating these bass players. There's 5 of them that we have chosen, and some of these bass players are actually our friends.
Yeah.
Just a disclaimer, to not take things personally. This is literally just us just kind of analyzing each bass player's skill set. We will not by any means be comparing them or putting them against each other. That's not what we're here for. We just want to analyze and show you guys that there are a lot other bass players out there than the ones that you might just know of.
And main disclaimer, we don't think we're any better than them. They're really amazing bass players, musicians, so it's just, you guys got to know a little bit more bass players out there.
Yeah, there's more than like the one bass player you guys probably have in mind right now. And these bass players, like I said, what we're going to be doing is that we are going to be rating them, and the scale will vary anywhere from 1 to 10, obviously 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest, and we're going to be rating them in 3 categories. The number 1 would be
dexterity.
So it would pretty much be like the actual skill of the bass player, and we would be able to tell through the series of like their Instagram videos or stuff that we just kind of find online. Number 2 would be their
base or pocket.
Yeah, so that one pretty much, obviously, if you are in the Norteño scene, you would know what a base is, and we could explain a little bit more once we start going into the actual videos. And number 3,
sauce.
So sauce.
Are you saucy with it?
Yeah, so definitely, are you, when you listen to these bass players,
they could be blazy too.
Oh, they can be blazy too. Yeah. When you are listening to them, do you get some sort of like, ooh, what was that? Like, that's kind of like the sauce that we're looking for. If they make you feel the actual bass without having an obvious reaction to the playing, right? Yeah. So them, we know of a lot of bass players that have a lot of movement in their body, but not really no sauce in their actual bass playing. So that's what we're looking for on these videos. Another quick thing too, just like he said, we don't think we're better than any of these bass players. Honestly, to us, these bass players are really good bass players. We're just gonna go off of what we think, what we see, and if you guys want to nominate any other 5 bass players, we are going to be doing a 3-part series. This is the number 1, and just let us know if you guys want us to check out a bass player out there.
Yep.
All right, so let's begin. So the first one up that we kind of have in mind is
Mcmuffin.
Yay!
My boy Chewy.
So Chewy, I've known about Chewy way after you. I have to say that the advancement that I have seen in Chewy's bass playing is pretty amazing. Yeah. It's pretty great. So we are going to be, what we're going to do is that we are going to be replaying a video so we could have a fair understanding of what he's doing. We're not going off of just that one video though. We're going off of everything that we just known of them. But
no, we've heard these players live as well. We've played with these musicians before, so it's kind of like
so
we kind of have a
general idea, but like the main purpose is just to show you guys what's out there, and we're just gonna be playing that one video so that I'm able to insert it in our actual videos here so that you guys could take a look at them. All right. So since we do have the first one being Mcmuffin, I have one here. Oh, and the reason that he has his bass right here is because do you want to talk a little bit more about like the bass that you have?
Actually, yeah, it's brand is called Swing if you guys want to check them out on Instagram, String Guitars, or mainly where you could purchase them in the United States is Juice's Music Shop. So exactly where we the sponsor is from, Juicy Ears. This is I want to thank them for this bass. I've been wanting a bass. I can't really like show it that much because there's not a lot of space, but oh my god, amazing. I was so fond of Sires for a really long time. Didn't want to leave them, and then Juice's Music Shop was like, try them out, and I did, and I gave them a double thumbs up. So awesome basses. Check them out online, and you won't regret it.
Yeah, and I'm in the middle of actually trying to purchase a backup bass. I currently work with a Fender bass, and I have it right now. I'm about to take it to the shop because I need a few things fixed in it. But I've been wanting to get a Sire bass, but then I'm like very intrigued on these new basses.
I mean, the quality of the basses are amazing. You can see it.
Yeah, I don't know if you could kind of turn it a little bit this way.
A little bit. Oh, there you go.
Look at that. Come on. That's that's pretty dope. So that's why he has his bass here, because he just got it, and I asked him to come in and he had it with him, and I'm like, just leave it on. This is your prop, right? So right now we're gonna be choosing a video from Mcmuffin. From Mcmuffin. We're gonna be choosing his. Oh, and I will be tagging each bass player. So if you guys are interested in following their career, I will be tagging them as well. Okay.
Yep.
So let's see. Let's go for it.
Clean.
So that was Mcmuffin, and that's just one of the videos. This video, if you want to look for it, it's titled "It's All About the Chemistry and el Feeling Si o No Champ Ozzy." So Ozzy is the drummer. So that if you guys want to look for it in his Instagram, that's what we're listening. A few things that stand out to me. I mean, his bass has like
improved a lot
better.
It might be that you're playing a Ken Smith and not a Music Man.
I was just gonna say that because I'm not a big fan of Music Man. Yeah. I don't think I've ever been, and specifically his Music Man. No shade, but like I just cannot. I jumped out with that bass before, and
too stringy.
We're not talking about the bass. But okay, you want to rate him? So rate him. So dexterity, that's number 1. That would be like the knowledge of the actual instrument. Mind you guys, we're not going off of just one video because it would be impossible to rate someone like that. We're going off of like the career that we know of them.
To me, like opening notes and stuff like that, that tells me that you're actually practicing your fretboard and stuff like that. So that means that you have knowledge. So I want to give him for dexterity 7.5.
Okay.
It's like more like towards the 8, but you know me. I like to be
like, you gotta give me a little bit more to hit the 8. For me, dexterity, and the only reason why I'm saying this, and I don't know if it falls into that category, is like I did notice a few times where we were losing control of our fingers a little bit, meaning like we were not hitting the string fully.
Okay.
So to me, I would do along the lines of a 7.5.
Okay.
Just because of that, because those are little details that affect. To me, I think you have to take care of. And
yeah, of course.
I am a very big failure in those. So number 2 would be Base. What's the pocket on this?
Pocket on it, it's really good actually.
Yeah, his Base has gotten so much better.
Yeah, your Base has gotten a lot better.
Yeah.
I would go still like a solid 7.58.
Okay.
I'm being generous right now.
Base, I think also I would do the same thing. Hearing him live, I'm not gonna lie, I would drop him a little bit more. But that's because I've heard him live. But it's not that bad. That's over average. That's good. And then number 3 would be sauce.
He had a little bit of sauce, but it was kind of like a Cholula.
Cholula sauce.
Yeah, a little mild, you know?
Mild sauce. Keep in mind, I mean, you know, this is a norteño song, but
Yeah,
dang, those you could still play a lot with sauce.
Yeah.
I mean, I've heard some norteño bass players,
But
and I'm like,
also, I mean, it got a little bit spicier when he was actually following the drums.
Yeah.
And, you know, the cuts, the breaks they were doing together. I mean, that takes a lot of colmillo to actually
catch it.
You know, catch it.
Yeah.
Obviously, we know that Ozzy and Mcmuffin have been playing for a while together. You know, and I believe they stopped playing, and then this video they played again.
Yeah.
You know, so it's true, the chemistry they do have. You know, so
I think so too, and that counts for a lot.
Yeah.
So what would you rate them on sauce?
Sauce, I'm gonna do 7.
Let's do a 7.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a 7.5. I think that I think so too. Like he does bring a lot of could bring a lot of sauciness to the table. The specific song, I think there's parts I was like, okay, that's saucy. Yeah. So yeah, I would do that one. All right, that's our Mcmuffin. Bravo, congratulations, you did a great job.
You're doing a good job.
Bro. You're doing it, bro. Like, you gotta show me a few things though. The next one up that we have is Cram Bass. I don't know his real name. Do you know his real name?
Honestly, not really. I met him through JJ.
Oh, okay.
Actually.
Okay.
I met him through JJ. I believe he recorded a song or two for JJ.
Oh.
And yeah.
You know, I've never heard of him actually.
Oh, really?
I heard of him when I asked you what was your people that you would like to bring to this video, and I obviously I hyper analyzed his Instagram.
Yeah.
You know, because I needed to make sure that I was giving the right judgment on this, and I was like, oh goddamn.
Yeah, he's really.
Yeah.
So like he's gotten really big in lo que es el bajoloche, but his actual bass playing is really dope. Like he has a little style, so you guys will see it. And he's in there in the video of Jenny 69.
Just saying it. I know when I did that reaction video,
dope music.
Yeah.
Dope music. You know, I know you guys don't probably like, what is she doing? Music, dope. Yeah. Dope. It's catchy.
Yeah. I mean, I think obviously we're not going to go into that much right now, but like if it was a different singer and they was just them, they brought up the music. If it was like a regular dandy playing the bass, it would have made it so whack. But thank you, Cram, for saving the day. Alrighty then, so let's go into his Instagram. Like I said, I'm gonna tag them all. By the way, we're using our juicy in here. I have the pink ones right now, and I will pretty soon probably be acquiring a few green ones. I don't know. They look pretty cool. So this one is titled That Outro Though. Una sesión con mis compas, and then he tagged a few people. It's the first video on his Instagram, considering that you're watching this promptly. We're gonna watch this video, and he's playing an acoustic, what I think it's a Fender.
It's a Fender,
yeah, he's playing an acoustic Fender. Let's take a listen. There's not much to say.
He's good. He's dope.
Yeah. Let's for me, dexterity #1. Obviously, like you mentioned for Mcmuffin, what he did in this specific video gives me an indication that he be practicing.
Yeah, he knows his fretboard.
He knows it. Dexterity. I mean, for me, just because like the level that I'm at, I'm gonna rate him like a good 10.5. 10.5. No, I mean solid 9.
Yeah. I'm gonna give him a 10. Why? Because I've never been able to play an acoustic that clean.
Oh, okay.
Like I feel that acoustic fretboards are really hard to play on.
Yeah.
And for him to just be
they're
freaking
so
sliding over.
Sounded.
Yeah. So I'm gonna give him a 10 because of that.
Okay. The reason that I gave him a 9 is not because he doesn't deserve a 10. It's just because I'm saving my 10. It
has to be special.
Yeah, I can't just give the 10 to anyone. And I don't know enough about him, so I'm sorry, Cram, but I'm you're amazing. Just low-key amazing. No, high-key. High-key amazing. Yeah. Then our number 2, which would be our base. He's
groovy.
Yeah.
So I mean, basses, there's different type of basses also. So He's groovy, so I mean, I'm able to feel like the music, his vibe, you know. I'll give him a 9. Okay. It's hard, like, cause I could hear his base, but you know when it's like Sierreño or whatever, it's hard to like actually.
Because you normally when you think
of
base,
because he's the one, and obviously if he's the one having to give the base, you obviously have to have base to hold it down because you don't have a drum set. You know?
I think I would do a 9. For me, I would do a 9.5 because I worked in Sierreño for a long time, and goddamn, it's really hard because you're pretty much doing like a lot more than just trying to fill in with the drums because obviously you don't have drums. A lot of times you don't have an accordion. Sauce, I'm not even gonna go that much. Dude, like he gave me the chills.
Carolina Reaper right there.
Yeah, that's a solid 10.
That's crazy.
On the rest of categories, I could give 10s, but I think dexterity not yet. But what it is on the 10 for me on sauce for sure, because there was to me when I think of a saucy bass player is when I hear them and I'm like, ooh, what the
gives
fuck,
you the chills. Like, ooh, you know,
like what was that, wait, what can you do? And that was for me.
He's dope.
Oh yeah,
I think underrated because maybe because he's in the tumbado scene or the Sierreño scene, whatever, you know, But
hey guys, there's so many bass players out there that you guys are missing out on just because you guys again think there's only one of them that exists, and it's not just one of them. There's many more. Okay, the next one up would be Mr. Rudy Barreto from Rudy Agrado. Quick story. I've been trying to get him into my channel, into a video for my channel, and he told me that his price or his fee is $13, and I've been trying to offer him $12.50. He will not take my $12.50.
Wow.
So if anyone wants to donate 50 cents, so I can bring Rudy, please.
We're gonna put the
and I think at this point it's more me like, no, I want it to be $12.50 now, but he's like, no, it has to be $13. So I don't know, Rudy. Maybe you'll never be here. No, I'm just kidding. Rudy, you know, one of my personal favorites. Yeah. I think his, we'll go more into his stuff, but super underrated. We're not rating people in charisma, but he gets a 10. He gets a 10. Yeah. So let's check him out. Okay, I'll pay you the $13, Rudy.
You earned your 50 cents.
You earned your 50 cents.
Clean. What's Mr. Clean?
Mr. Clean.
Mr. Clean.
Dexterity.
Dexterity, I'm gonna say 8.5.
Okay.
8.5. 8.5. Because he's one of the few bass players that I've seen that he run his fretboard like he's in a cloud, like, you know, so smooth. Yeah, so smooth. So yeah. I'll give him an 8.5.
8.5. I do a 9, and the reason why I decided to do a 9 for him on dexterity is because the experience this man has as a bass player. I know he knows so much more, and I'm not saying he didn't do it here. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but he decides not to.
No, that's the thing.
Like.
Pero he's one of the bass players. He's the actual representation of, like, you don't have to move so much to transmit a good sound.
And he fulfills the music. Yeah. Which we come into base.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna talk about that right now with him. Right now, but dexterity for me, a 9. Did I give him a 9? Yeah, already a 9.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, 9. A 9 for sure for me.
Base. Holding backbone.
10.5.
We're not saying Genaro is not the backbone either, but because he is.
And they've been working also together for a long time.
They've been working together for a long time, so that backbone, oh my god. Yeah. So fulfilling. Mm-hmm. And if you guys listen to, and which we're gonna jump into the next one is Sauce, he doesn't have to do that much. Yeah. For the music, so we could be able to feel the music.
Nope. Specifically Rudy, he's one of those bass players that he doesn't have to do a lot, but when he does do something, you're like, ooh, stop. Yeah. And he does the blueprints of Norteño songs. Yeah. Like the blueprints of what Norteño bass should be.
Roots.
Yeah. If you are a bass player that is starting out there, or even like us that are experienced, if you want a really good blueprint to follow him. Trust me. Thank me later.
A lot of the times, I still go back and listen to Rudy and stuff like that because...
Me too.
And what's the word? And it brings you it doesn't bring you down, but it brings you back to like earth, like
humbles you a little bit.
Yeah, like you need to relax.
Yeah,
you know, and you have to hold it down.
I talked to you earlier about this, where I was like, I noticed that in one of my gigs, I was moving my arms so much, and I was like, why? I'm not even doing anything. Like, why am I moving so much? Yeah. And it's all like, you know, the dexterity that you may have in your fingers. So, and he is, $13. 13.50. I will pay you. And then Sauce.
Well, like I said, he's saucy and
he's a settled sauce.
Yeah, he's a saucy and like in a base way. It's hard to explain. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have to do all these licks and stuff like that. Just saucy. His melody, you know, on the bass it's saucy enough to, you know, not go crazy on the bass.
Yeah.
Rate. I'm gonna give him an 8, and I would go higher, but it's like at the same time it's still not saucy. Yeah. But at the same time it's really saucy.
Like he's giving the sauce enough for tacos, but not like sauce enough for more tacos.
Only 2 tacos.
2 tacos. Yeah. For sauce, for me, I would do a 7. Yeah, controversial.
But I see what you mean.
Yeah,
you know,
for the same reason that
what you mean.
For the same reason that, for me, like as a delight that it is to watch him play or hear him play. When it comes to sauce itself, todavía he doesn't get me to where I'm like ooh, like, you know, like goddamn spicy. The next one up would be Osmani. So this is a bass player that I found out about because I started following Le Mans, and I did a reaction video to them, and then eventually you ended up playing with them.
Yeah, I had the honor to cover for Osmani. Being able to listen to like a bass player that you really like, and then, you know, side note, really dope guys, really cool guys, and then they hit you up to cover for him. You know, it's dope experience.
Yeah, and then by consequence, I was able to meet them as well, because I went with you to your gig, and very, very nice people and very humble people, very down to earth, and very excited to see other musicians play as well, and I thought that was really cool. Eric was the sweetest, and he was just very excited to see him and to jam out with him, and he also expressed his admiration for me as well as a bass player, which I'm like, whoa, thank you, because
and all our family also, you know, like, so
thank you so much. Eternally grateful for that. But going back to Osmani, we're gonna play a little bit of the clip. We didn't find anything on his Instagram, but I will still tag his Instagram. But if you want to, you could find him also on some of the videos of Le Mans on YouTube. And the piece that we're gonna play is called Así Voy.
Vida hay que disfrutar porque pronto se te acaba y acabas en una caja. Mejor voy a acelerarme con una muchacha soy. Toda una bola de malandros cargo yo. Quizás siempre hay que brindar. Si quieren vengan a calar, mis amigas les va a gustar. Eso. Así nomás. Con el fuego de la lumbre siempre me divierto. Un pacto con el de abajo tengo yo. Y recuerdo.
Okay, when I reacted to this video, you're gonna see, if you guys ever go back and watch it, because I react to them for the first time on camera, I wasn't able to capture what it really his essence was, and I regret it so much, because when I went back and listened to it, because this song it's one of my favorites, I was like, what the fuck, like he deserves so much more from me on that video, like wow, he's amazing. And then we started following each other on Instagram, and I was like, wow, everything he does is really, really great. For me, dexterity, right, to just jump right into it, for me, it's a solid 8.5, and the reason why is just because I haven't heard much from him.
True.
So
Sure.
I can't just say like, oh, he's a solid 9.59 or whatever, just because of that. But for what I've listened to, going off from this song, you guys have to check out this song. Yeah, that's what I would rate him.
To me, dexterity, I'm gonna give him a 9, and it's more towards like a 9.5. Mm-hmm. Why? Because of those chords. It's hard to do chords on the bass, like especially the lick he did, but chords, it's hard to know where you're going, stuff like that. Obviously it's a studio song, and I'm not gonna discredit him for that. But still, to have the dexterity to do those chords, so I would give him a 9.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Base wise?
Base, actually, I think he could do a lot better.
Yeah.
Base, we're gonna go to that. He has a lot of sauce, but Base, I'll give him a 7.5. Because sometimes maybe, and I'm gonna tell you because I think it's the music, man, too. I don't feel it.
Yeah.
I don't feel it.
That
but
bass,
I do. I'm able to feel. I'm able to feel, which is crazy because Rudy has a music man and his Base, but he settles for his sound on Base.
Yeah. I forgot that he has a music man. I have 1250.
Yeah, but Base, I don't know if it's because of the bass or also the tonality of the bass, the tone. Maybe I'm not feeling it too much where I'm like, oh my God, I could like feel it, bump it. It's bumpable, but I think a little bit more. I would say a little bit more.
Yeah, I find him a little bit shaky on his Base as well.
Yeah.
He doesn't give me that set like punch that I'm looking for necessarily in a bass player. For me, I rate him a 7.5 on his Base, and this is, like I said, not to discredit everything else you do because you're freaking amazing, Osmani. Please don't ever stop playing bass, please.
Come back.
Please.
Baby, come back.
Petición para que regrese, and then we have our sauce. Okay, let me just say that if I'm gonna link also Ojitos Mentirosos.
Oh, yeah.
My man is a solid 10 on sauce right there.
Yeah.
For me, I really like that song. I did a cover on it, and it was just enjoyable because I was listening to him in the background, and it's great. But overall, sauce for me, I would do a 9.
I would do a 9 as well.
Yeah.
He's very, very saucy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But I feel like if he would be saucier, then it couldn't throw him off.
Yeah. It would be too much in a way.
So I think
that's not always great.
Yeah, exactly. So I think he's the good enough of like saucy.
Yeah,
he's
think
really
so
dope. Like I like a lot of his adornos because he harmonizes a lot.
Yeah.
So I hear him listening to the voice and whatever is actually like going on.
He's in accordance.
He's harmonizing with all that stuff.
That's so important in a bass player for you to actually listen. That's why you should get your juicy ears so you can listen to everything that's going on. Just saying. But I think that is so important in a bass player to be able to follow everything that's going on, but not lose track of what you're doing because it could be it could go from 0 to 100 really quick if you just over follow someone.
Yeah, it has happened to me a lot of times.
Where
I'm like, coming down here, blah blah, and then it's supposed to go to segunda, and I freaking fall in tercera, and it's like it kills the mood.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You're like, boom, and then you freaking
it ruins the whole thing, and then it ruins like you as a bass player. You're just like, why? Yeah. It could have been great.
And that has to do a lot with dexterity as well. Knowing your fretboard, like knowing I'm here and I'm supposed to go here next. What can I do? And
one big important thing that you have taught me that I am still working on tirelessly, I should say, is the ability to anticipate.
Yes.
Ooh, the ability to anticipate will jump you from a mediocre bass player to like up there. Trust me. Anticipating the needs of like whatever's coming up next is so important in the bass.
Being able to feed off of whoever you're playing,
Yeah.
Just anticipation. It helps a lot.
The next one up, we said it was Gonzalo, right?
Yeah.
I heard about him a long time ago as well, and since then, been following his career as a bass player. Same thing, we're gonna tag him below, and we're gonna be watching a video. that was Gonzalo.
My boy Chalo.
Saludos. Right off the bat, dexterity. What are we thinking?
Right off the bat, it's I'm gonna say 7.
Okay.
I feel like he's a little undecisive.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
so that has to do a lot with dexterity, knowing your fretboard.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. I believe the same. I also was thinking. I'm not gonna lie. I was thinking a 6.5.
Yeah.
On dexterity.
I feel like, and I'm gonna say this because I know him,
mm-hmm.
or we were cool. I think you need to believe in yourself more.
You could hear it on his face.
Yeah, like you're dope. I've heard you. We've jammed together before, and I just feel like he needs to believe in himself more to give me that power. You know.
Yeah, I would do it. I'm gonna, like I said, I thought at first at 6.5, but then I jumped into a 7 because a lot of the stuff that he does is very true to Norteño.
Yeah.
And I like that because he has like that a little bit of that old schoolness in him.
What I think he fits perfect would be like his base is close. His style is like Sergio Vega vibes. You know, that type of bass player. That, I mean, we all know that bass player that was Sergio Vega's. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, amazing at his base. You know,
so that's a very good compliment right there. As far as our base, I'm gonna be very honest. I think he could work on his base a lot more, and I think that he has it in him, but it has to do a lot también with the confianza que tienes en tu instrumento. Yeah, the confianza, exactly. Yeah, because a lot of base, it has to do with it.
I could hear the base. Mm-hmm. I just don't hear that punch.
Yeah, same thing, looking for that punch.
And it's just that, también that confianza, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did I rate him already?
We didn't rate him. Base, I would do a 7.
Okay, well. I would do a 7 as well. I would do a 7 as well. And then as far as sauce, there were a few things that I was like, oh, I like that. I like that. But sauce itself, maybe it just was the song that we chose. But didn't get to...
Actually, te voy a contradecir. It's hard, like, for a bolero that slow to be saucy.
Yeah. Explain. So you're just saying about... Sorry, my phone died really quick. But you're explaining about, like, it's hard to be saucy in a song so slow.
Yeah. And so I was saying, te estaba contradiciendo, where it's really hard to be saucy in such a slow song, you know? There's some boleros where they're more upbeat, so the rhythm kind of is closer to like a hip hop, stuff like that. So it's more upbeat, so you're able to do stuff, you know?
What I was thinking about, as far as to defend my point, I was thinking, and I know it's not fair to compare, obviously not, and I'm not comparing you to this bass player, but for me, what I think about a slow song and the sauce that you could add to it, I think Saya Gray.
Okay.
Daniel Caesar.
Her sauce is more harmony. More melody, you know, and if he's able to add that to like that slow bolero, then it'll pump it up.
That's what my mind was going. Yeah. So as far as sauce for me, I'm just gonna do. Honestly, I'm gonna do a 6.
A 6? Yeah. Okay. I think I'm gonna do 7.5.
Okay.
Yeah, 7.5. Just because of the slow bolero, it's a lot harder to kind of add stuff. But I did hear a lot of little things that you don't usually would do, and it landed nice. So that's why I go with 7.5. There's room to work, obviously.
Yeah, and like I said, like this is just our opinion. Obviously, we don't think. If I was to rate myself right now, I would rate I would be like a -5. Like honestly, if I was, and I think we're gonna rate each other. We're gonna do a video. We're gonna rate each other.
Overdraft.
Yeah, no, les voy a salir debiendo. But overall, these bass players, like we said, are bass players that stand out to us as bass players, and we've seen their progress throughout all the years that we've been playing, and they are doing nothing but great things. And I think you guys should keep going. our opinions or our ratings have nothing to do with you guys.
There's bass players that we admire, actually.
Exactly.
We like seeing them play.
And that's why we chose them also. So just keep that in mind. My name is Esperanza Rangel. Don't forget your juicy ears in your monitors. Make sure you guys purchase those. Use my promo code HOPE10 for a 10% off, or
Tiger10.
Yes, and thank you so much, Juicy Ears, for sponsoring this video. And we'll see you guys later on the second part of rating another 5 bass players. Bye.